Love Doctor here, and I'm here today at Italian Sicilians Do It Better. Check us out, guys. You won't be disappointed.
Italian Sicilians do it better. Oh, can't you see? From cooking to comedy, it's pure family. Turn it up. This groove's for you. Queens in the house, bringing something true.
What's going on, everyone? We're back with another one. Today, I got my favorite person in the building. The Love Doctor, Erma, is here with us. How you doing, Erma?
Hi, Frank. Thank you for having me. I'm doing great.
Thank you so much for coming.
Definitely.
You know, I was a little nervous. You know how I feel about the Sicilians.
You'll be all right. You're here. You're all right. No one's
I'm
going to
not a
hurt
big
you.
fan, but I
What-
like you. That's why I came, Frank.
Let me ask you, what were you like jaded by a Sicilian? What happened?
You want to know the true
I actually want
story?
to know. Yeah.
Okay. So, Joe from Mario Meats. Sorry, Joe. Sorry.
Oh, immediately
He
under the
posted
bus.
something. Biagio went there and he's like, oh, this guy's on the wrong side of the bridge. This is the Sicilians. He belongs on the other side with the Napolitans.
Oh shit.
Now, I don't know that it's a skit. And I'm like, what? And I called Biagio. I'm like, yo, why you over there? That guy's bad-mouthing you. I said, I'm going to go there and say something. He's like, no, it's a skit. I'm like, what do you mean it's a skit? You know? And he's like, no, we do that. I went, oh, I said, I really don't like that, though.
It just stayed with you.
So that was like the summer. That September, Joe came to Brooklyn for the barbecue that Sabino and Nico have. And I went, you don't belong here. I said, this is the Napolitan
Got it right
side,
back.
you know? But all in fun. Always all in
Absolutely,
fun. You know,
absolutely.
people laugh at it. So, okay, that's why we do it.
It's traction, right? Because I see it as this: the Sicilian and Napolitan rival. It's almost as a sauce and gravy rival.
Yeah, it's
Right.
That's all it
But
is.
it's all good and fun.
Yeah, it's all good stuff.
But I want to know something.
What?
You got your doctorate in loveology. When did that happen?
Hey, come on. You know how many body counts I have?
Oh,
I gotta
shit.
have to get that
Me?
love doctor degree. It just kind of happened.
Okay.
Nico said you should be the love doctor. And I'm like, the love doctor? I'm like, what is a love doctor? He's like, figure it out.
Run with it.
Sounds like
Okay.
a true CEO. Figure it out.
And because he was like, you're good with people. People are drawn to you. He said, and I think it would be good for you because people confide into you for
Right.
some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I really don't care what people have to say, but and then we tried a couple of different things, and I was like, I think I want to do this. I think I want to do that. And in today's world with online dating, it's all scams.
The shit show.
It's all scams. So I said, I would like to do something to really match people up. And then I was just like, I spoke to him. I said, Nico, what do you think? He's like, oh my God, it's great. Run with it. And that was it. Then we started the dating game show.
That's great.
And it was a huge success. We had a really, really good time, a good turnout.
I gotta say, like, you had that presence where it's catchy to just. What is she gonna say next?
That's good and bad, Frank. I'll tell you why. You could be in a room and you guys, you encourage it. Where some people, if they see me come in, they leave.
Oh, that's
They're
not a bad thing
scared.
either.
That's true. They're scared that I'm going to say something, but I never disrespect anybody.
No.
It's all fun, like everybody else. Just because I'm louder, so it seems like I'm attacking them, but I'm really not.
It's an intimidation factor. It's something that they're not used to.
So
Also.
I feel like I've known her for a while because we go a little back.
Yeah.
There was this one time someone called me. He goes, holy crap, Frank, did you see what Erma did? I said, what did she do? She ripped this guy apart. I'm like, that means that guy fucking deserved it. I mean, I don't see her doing it any other way.
Right.
She just doesn't attack you. You got to fuel that fire to get
Right.
attacked.
Yeah, and you gotta hit a nerve, or if
Yeah.
I'm in a bad mood or something, then I come back at people,
Right.
Like even now, so the night of the show, before we started, we were outside, and it was like such a beautiful sunset, and there was a train passing, and Nico's like, let me take a video of you. Somebody had bought me a lighter that was a gun, and I was
Yeah, I
lighting
seen
it.
that.
So what does somebody write? You could smoke on Instagram? I'm so confused.
Well, it's not crack, you moron. It's a cigarette.
You know,
What the fuck's
like,
wrong with you?
I know this is gonna go on after, but last night I made a video coming back at him when I was in the Uber going up by Zankan. I didn't post it yet. Like, that's what you saw. You didn't see the sunset. You know, like, people are so negative. And I'm not saying that, you know, oh my God, they're jealous of me. You know, I don't think that way, but why you say certain things? Why do people say certain things and then think you're not going to come back? Oh, why'd you say that to me? Because you said it to me. You could say it, but I can't.
Right, it hurts the other way around.
Right.
So
Why? Because I'm a little more, I come for your jugular vein?
no, well, it's what we've always been saying on here. Because when you're behind the screen, you're a really confident person.
Oh.
What I said, half these people, if they were to say what they say, they wouldn't say it.
Never.
They would just be straight. Hey,
Never.
it's nice to meet you. But the minute they get behind that fucking cell phone or the
Yeah.
computer, whatever,
Yeah.
all no holds barred.
Well, what was that conversation we were having? Same thing.
Right.
In front of your face, they're like, oh, hi, your hair's so pretty. And then behind your back, they're like, oh, what a bitch. Say it to
Yeah.
my face.
Right.
I said nothing rattles me more than that. It's like, just be yourself. If you don't want to be around the person, just don't be around the person.
Exactly. Nobody's forcing you to do anything.
I gotta admit to something. So that little cigarette lighter you have, you take it out of your bra. I get scared because I'm hoping you don't put it back and get burnt. Because it could happen.
My chest.
So two or three videos she's done. I'm like, I hope she doesn't put it back. I hope she doesn't put it back.
That would be funny, right? I'd be like, oh, Madonna. So, yeah, you know, like I said, I feel the same way. If you don't want to be around somebody, just don't be around them.
Yeah, simple.
You know? And if you want to say something, say it to their face.
Absolutely.
You know?
So Irma, recap the dating game. I wasn't able to make it, but I heard about it. So let's talk about it. What happened?
So we had one bachelor, 3 bachelorettes.
Okay.
Which I screened everybody. I FaceTime, make sure it was them. You know, I try to match. I did kind of process of elimination. But then I thought it would be good to have a golden girl and some silver foxes.
Okay.
You know, so Artie, everybody knows Artie. Here's one of my silver foxes. And then I had Mr. Lewis. I'm not sure if you know who Mr. Lewis is. It was a skit.
And you're
The
Mario, too.
priest, right. You know, I did the priest. That was all planned, part of it, because you got to make it fun.
Of course.
You know, and it was a really good turnout. Everybody had a really good time. I mean, it was packed. And everybody's like, when you doing another one? And I'm like, breathe. You know, you got to give me a second.
Well, you don't want to play it out either. You want to build it up.
Yeah, you know, and now we're just going to be doing a couple of different things with it, some ideas we have. We're going to go some different ways, and
Nice.
I think it'll be good. But now I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Frank said you're a chef. What do you...
Yeah, I cook. I know what I'm doing. Apparently, you know, I can't give myself title of chef, so I'm not allowed. I mean, but I used to work in kitchens. I used to do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of home cooking, and I don't just do strict Italian. I do, like, I'll get a recipe and I'll twist it. And you know, you got to play with it. Like me and Enza have our own little show. We do the Let's Talk Sauce, and right from the first episode, we said cooking is art.
That's pretty cool.
Make it yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, everything that we do, you know, I do is different. Enza is she likes to do a lot of the traditional stuff, which always comes out banging. And then I get let's slather it with bacon and cheese.
Why not, right?
that explained the fatigue.
Yeah, right? A little bit of everything.
But yeah, I mean,
That's
so
great.
I do have some. I have cooking experience. I learn things here and there. But yeah, that's basically is what I do.
That's
kinda.
pretty cool.
Besides being a little chooch, I mean, I'm good. You know.
So Irma, just to rewind time a little bit, how did you get introduced to social media? How did you know you were onto something and you ran with it?
No, it wasn't me. Again, it was Nico. I know I talk about him a lot.
No, it's good.
No, it's fine.
But, you know, he always wanted to film me, and Sabino would be like, oh, it's my friend. I'd be like, I don't want the camera on me. And then one day I was like, okay. And it just, that's how it started, and then I did something else, and then
Did you ever think then you'll be doing what you're doing now?
no.
Because you were not a camera person.
No.
It's always the ones that never want to get in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Always.
And you know what? I just want to say something. When I had to do the show, it was very nerve-wracking.
Really?
Because it's very easy. Like, I'm sitting here, right? It's the camera.
Yeah.
Now I got a live audience that I have to entertain. Normally you're watching me, you're in your house,
Right.
on your phone or whatever. So it was totally different to be in front of a live audience, which I think I handled it pretty good. But I never thought I would do something like that either, But it's fun. If I feel if you're gonna do something, have fun with it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. A lot of the guys and the people you hang out with are very creative to do all these types of different things. And watching everyone, that comes out to be creative is I'll say a natural instinct, right? Because it's got to be in you.
Yeah.
And they can never be somebody who really copies you because they have different personalities.
Right.
But what are your thoughts on someone that watches you or anyone on social media and think you're really that type of a person?
I'm sorry, you got to be a moron. It's fake. It's fake. Just the way somebody goes on a dating site and says, I'm this, and I'm the chic anaboli, it's fake. Perfect example. I say that I hate the Sicilians. I would get mad at Joe from Mario's. I love that guy.
Yeah.
It's what the audience wants. What the audience wants to hear.
Right.
So you can't think that we hate everybody. We make fun of everybody.
I do, but not on camera.
Right, yeah. That we get mad if you call it sauce and I call it gravy.
And it is
Come
sauce, right?
on.
It is sauce.
Come on, you got to be a little shumanuto. If you think that all that stuff is real, and I'm sure you guys go through the same thing.
Like, no matter what we do,
Yeah.
we're Baba Mitigana.
Yeah.
Oh, and
So
fat.
that's-
And fat. We have to throw fat in the mix, too.
I am,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to tell you like this. Yeah, people keep telling look at these fucking bumbaloon. It's like, bro, no shit, I know I'm fat.
Exactly.
You think you opened my eyes?
Right.
The fuck? Hey, thank you. I don't know what the fuck you want me to do.
I get a lot men say, oh, your eyebrows. And I'm not embarrassed to say it. I just did a video and I gave it to him.
I saw it.
I was cooking and I opened the oven and like a flame of fire came out. And this eyebrow got completely burnt.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
thank God it was just that. It's funny because this eyebrow has all blonde hair and this doesn't have hair. You
Right.
know? So, but that's the thing. You're home. Now I gotta say it. God knows doing what in your mother's basement. And I'm on camera and you're talking about me? Come on, man.
Ma, the meatloaf.
That situation happened to me actually at his wedding. So the same day I was getting ready to go to his wedding.
Yeah, but that was your stupidity.
Fuck you. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to do the cleanup because you know us Sicilians with our big fucking eyebrows.
I
takes
know,
up
that
half our forehead.
unibrow.
Look at this thing. I went a little too short on this one. I penciled it in. Nobody knew a fucking thing. Nobody knew nothing. Not ends, not hair. No, my best friend, his brother. Nobody knows nothing. I go, oh, I look all right. It was the end of the night, and most of the people were gone. I'm like, yo, everybody, I'm okay. Yeah, you look great, bro. Like, yeah, explain this shit. So I do this. I wipe off the whole eyebrow. They go, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah.
Marco has cancer.
Oh my God.
I still remember that day, man.
You know,
great,
and
man.
you ruined yourself. Nobody,
what? It was only
nobody saw it,
I
but
had to say something. I'm that guy. I have to say it.
and you know what? If you can laugh at yourself,
Hell yeah.
that's the way you got to be.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
know?
wake up and laugh, cry, laugh again, then I cry again. So that's how my morning goes.
I ask everyone this question because I feel like it's important because I feel like what we all do is entertainment.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're trying to keep some sort of a tradition alive, right? Regardless if it's Napolitano, it's Italian, and then we do other things in the mix. Is it a bad thing that we're doing that because some people can't stand it?
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that it- it- that's who you are, you know? So it's nice to do a skit about something else, or you're playing this, you're doing this, love doctor, this. At the end of the day, you are who you are, though. And that's got to come through.
Right.
So I do not think it's a bad thing. I think you should embrace that one, every once in a while. I mean, listen, we don't want to do Italian all day, like talk about what we do and what we don't do, but it's part of us, You interview people and you hear so many different things, and that's great. Like different, even though we're Italian, who's Barese, who's this, who's
Right.
that. And you introduce that to us on your show, which I think is a great thing.
Thank you.
And I don't think you should stop that.
Oh no, we're gonna continue doing trauma bonding from since from the beginning. This is all this is. Who got hit the hardest? I remember hearing a click. That's all I remember.
Because the hardest thing I can't still process is, there's people out there, like there's you guys, there's us, there's so many groups that just promote the Italian culture. But then there's so many people that hate that because we're the jokes, we're the clowns, we're this. But my take is, whenever you were born here, or your moms, or whoever generations it was, right? So using me for example, my parents came here in their late 60s, early 70s, right? They didn't speak a lick of the language. So that means while Italy evolves, right, and some traditions get washed away, some things don't happen anymore, how are we the jokes that we still keep those long-term relationships and traditions alive here? It's the small towns here, I say, that are really the ones you should enjoy, because they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So to this one guy that I was going back and forth online is, how does that make us a joke? Like, I can't figure this out.
In their head, I'm assuming they're saying just get with the times. That's basically what I'm assuming what he's trying to say. Get with the times. But it's like, those are my times.
And you know what? It's not just us. The Spanish people do the same thing. But why
Yeah,
you
yeah.
picking on us?
Right.
Or everybody gets picked on. We just don't know it. But I do agree, like what you said. I'm also a first generation. My parents came in their 40s. I know I don't look it, but a lot of times they're like, "Oh yeah, you're like a 27th generation."
Right.
27
And I'm like,
generation.
wait.
America wasn't even discovered yet.
Wait, can I curse on this?
Yeah.
Do whatever the
I'd be
fuck
like,
you want.
motherfucker, I'm a first generation.
Yeah.
I know how to speak Italian. I don't know how to speak perfect Italian. I speak dialect.
Right.
Because that's what I was brought up on. So you're making fun of me, you
Don't even talk English, probably, right?
exactly
Italian.
Exactly. They don't even talk it. Get out of here. They don't, and it's funny because again, I see people who are probably 5th, 6th generation. They're like, "Oh yeah, my granddaughter calls me nonna." Nonna? Your grandma. You're not nonna.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, my mother was a nonna.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
It's like they want to be Italian so bad, but yet they hate you because you're Italian, right?
Yep.
Because you got it done right. They can't.
It's
That's
It's
why.
funny you said that, because I'm used to nonna,
No,
right?
No, yeah.
And then I have a friend of mine. He's a few generations here. He calls his grandparents Nana, and I go to him like, "What the fuck's Nana?"
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what that was at first. I'm like, "It's nonna." He's like, "What is nonna?" So I'm like, "Okay, keep it."
Never mind.
I only met one grandparent. My father's father was here. That's why my parents came. And I called him grandpa.
Mm.
That's how I was taught. He's
Your
grandpa.
grandfather was here before you got here?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My grandfather was here.
That's how it was back then.
Yeah, and you had to call, like they had to call somebody, to come or
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I knew him, and my brother too. Call him grandpa.
Wow.
I mean, I guess I don't know. You're in America. Do like the Americans. You know,
That's what it
I
is.
don't
No,
know.
but that's really what it is.
You
A lot
know?
of people wanted to change all that out. They said, we don't want to get like, ostracized or anything, made fun of, or get shit thrown at us. So we got to be American now. So
Yeah.
they changed everything.
And you know what else? It's funny now that we're talking. Nona, I sound like a hypocrite saying this, but all my nieces and nephew call me Irma. I never was like, oh, you got to call me Aunt. But now the great nephews and nieces, I'm like, you got to call me Tia. I'm Tia. And that's what they call me, Tia. You know,
cute.
it's like, I think because I'm older now, you know.
You
and
kind of
I'm
want
like-
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they're like, oh, we want to go to Tia's house, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, like I said, it sounds like I'm being a hypocrite, but I guess because the older I'm getting, the more I want that.
Again, I don't know. Like okay, godparent. Do you call a parina?
No, we say kumari.
Kumare?
Yeah.
See, we say parina and parino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about if they're a godparent, but they're your aunt? What do you call them?
See, there's plenty of that. So in my head, when we grew up, we didn't put the religious side up first. It was always blood side. So even though you could have been my godfather, you're still my tio. You know what I mean? You're my uncle, but you're also my godfather. But first,
And how
it's
do you
tio.
address them?
Tio?
See, we say Tia Kumari.
Oh, I never heard that.
You know, I
That's
swear
cool.
to God, she passed away. But when my mother spoke of her, she always used to say, no, get a Tia Kumari, Maria. You know, and I was like, Mom, why does she gotta have so many names? She goes, because in Italian, she's older, and so you gotta call her Tia, e siamo Kumari. You know, and I was like, okay, and
See,
I do whatever. I followed my mother.
maybe I'm watching too many gangster films, but I thought the Kumara was the husband's girlfriend.
Yeah, well, usually
That's
because
slang.
they say the
I'm
best
just saying in general.
Yeah.
Because the maid of honor is the kumari.
Right. Your
Yes.
sister-in-law or
Right.
your maid of honor is your kumare.
So that, or your best friend. So that's why they say,
So they used it in that reference, not the right way.
right,
Gotcha.
right.
Yeah, it's like I'm going by a kumare's house.
My Kumara's
Right.
Gotcha. All right, now I got it.
So we don't say, but how is it? Parina?
Parina and parino.
Yeah.
So that's
And we
my
don't say
case.
amonini either, just so you know.
So I bumped into her one year and she goes to me, what's that word?
That word. I'm on it.
So is this Nico's invention too? Like, how did you get the name Queen of Grand Dam?
So it's Graham Avenue.
Grand Avenue.
It's funny. I was doing something and somebody just wrote it. Oh my God, you're like the Queen of Graham Avenue. And I
And
was
it
like,
stuck.
oh, I like that. And Anthony from the panini shop, he's like, you can't give yourself a name. Somebody's got to give it to you. I'm like, the girl gave it to me. I just went to the next part with it.
You should have remembered her name. You should say thank you for the name.
I know, right? I know. It was a while ago. But it's cool. You know, I like doing it. I like talking to people.
You do? I fucking hate talking to people.
I think it's part of the whole show or whatever you want to call
Absolutely,
it. you know?
absolutely. Another thing is like you're also into a lot of the jewelry that you sell. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
Like the meanings of it and how did you get into that anyway? That's how I met Erma, by the way, through the vendor stuff.
Right. So we're big, obviously, evil eye believers, umalok, right?
Oh, okay.
You know, you got a headache. People used to call my mother. They lived in Venezuela. They're like, oh, tell your mother to do the eyes on me. You know, that's how we grew up, right?
No Tylenol's back then.
And I was like, I saw the blue evil eye, I don't, you know, the Greeks, and I just like, I loved it.
Yeah.
And I think it's called the mate,
Yes.
right? I don't even know what it's called. I'm losing my mind, believe me. Anybody that talks to me that I don't understand, I'm like, oh, I have dementia. I use that everything.
I forgot my meds today.
Yeah, and it works, you know, it works. And I just loved it. And we started making things and selling it. And it's also your heritage.
Right.
You know, it's your heritage too. Just because we have this or we have, you know, kunichia, and they have the eye or they have the hand, it's all the same thing at the end of the day.
It is.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what we believe in. And a lot of people are like, well, you can't be a Catholic if you believe. That's devil stuff.
No, it's not.
Come on,
Is it?
man.
Black magic.
Really?
Well, we don't fucking cut a chicken's head off.
Oh no!
It's not brujeria, you know?
Take
We
a
say
goat.
like
But
some
that's what
words.
because they're saying the reason why you have, let's just say, bad juju on you is because someone who is in that,
Yeah.
put it on your head.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but I don't know if it's coming from a Catholic, a Jew. I don't know where it's coming from, but something bad. I'm getting the whammies.
Yeah.
So that's why you have these things, the evil eye,
Right.
the pepper. You got all that stuff.
Yeah. I
though it's
tell
not
you
a
though,
pepper.
I do it. My mother taught it to me. And then I forgot it. And then my sister-in-law's mother taught me how to do it. Because we say words. We don't do it with the oil. I know how to do it
You don't
too,
do
but...
sana colito de rana.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say it, on Christmas Eve. You can only say it. Again,
Okay.
it's devil worshiping, right, on Christmas
So
Eve.
what is it? Or can it be on camera?
No, I can't say the words
gotcha.
to you.
I understand.
You know, it's not Christmas Eve.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And you know what? Sometimes, and you can say, I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
My niece especially, she calls me, she's like, Irma, I have the eye. Please, my headache. I swear, sometimes, and even my friend's son, I do it. I start yawning, right? That makes me feel that I have it. I don't even know if I know how to say this word. I'm like lethargic sometimes. Like I feel like I can't talk.
Wow.
And it's like in my stomach. And that's when you call them and you say, listen, take all your clothes off, go take a shower, get a metal scissor, do the sign across 3 times on your head, drop the scissor, And I'm like, all right, it works. Do you feel better? Oh my God, I feel so much better. There you go. I took care of it.
Me, yeah. I would love to fucking try something like that, bro. You kidding me? That's insane.
So
here's my theory. I'm like the guy in between.
Okay.
People believe in people could wish people bad, right? People believe in the malocchio. People believe in all these other things. So if it's so easy to manipulate someone, why can't someone manipulate someone to win the lotto or to
That's good luck.
That's
Bad
good
luck's
luck.
easy.
They don't
why
want
is
that.
bad luck so much easier?
They don't want that. I also do a lot on my videos. I say fatafere, this right here. We used to have a kumari that used to come to the house, and a couple of times I'd be like, my head, ma. And then she would be like, kumari te pildiarok. She said, so when she comes in the house, I want you to do this. She's not my mother would say, she's not a bad person.
Bad energy.
Right. That's just sometimes they say, meaning me, and I have a lot of energy. Oh, maybe their daughter's not like that. And I said, Ma, that's not true. She goes, no, it's true. She said they're not bad people, but maybe their kids aren't the way you are. And they say, oh, I wish, let's say my daughter was that way. Not in a bad way, but you feel that energy. And you know what? When my mother told me, I noticed the way she used to look at me. The lady, the kumari, So you could believe it and you can't. Some people believe it when it helps them.
Because they want to say, like, okay, I'm better now. Like,
Right.
whatever you did, like, it's like a hopeful feeling. I got you. Yeah, it makes sense. I could see that. But you never know. I mean, like, for me, like he said, he's kind of like what he's trying to say. He's like agnostic about it. Like he wants to believe it, but then it's like I don't like kind of not kind. I'm on the same boat.
We believe in Amarone, Santa Lucia,
we got our
San
saints.
Antonio.
No.
They only believe in God.
It was
you
weird.
can't take that too serious. I'll tell you something funny. So my mother, she always watched the Spanish novellas because they went from Italy to Venezuela before they came here, right? Back then, there was no pause or nothing.
Telemundo.
So 8 to 11, you couldn't even look at her because she was like watching her novellas,
Yeah.
right? When the phone would ring, I would always say, so make believe you called. And I'd be like, oh, Frangi, come stai? And she already knew that he wanted to talk to her to take the eyes. She'd be like, man la fangulo. She used to go like that. I'd be like, oh, she's not here, but I'll tell her.
She's not here right now.
Give me the symbol.
I always remember her doing that, you know?
Yeah.
And it's funny. I'd be like, Ma, but, his head hurts. She'd be like, let me finish watching this.
I'm hold on to that headache for another 15
No, but
minutes.
that's true though. I feel like growing up, I feel like our parents or grandparents were so glued. Like my grandmother too, the Spanish channel.
Oh, forget
There was
it.
this show that it's like clockwork. Like they had to watch it.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever hear of Esmeralda? This is funny.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yes.
She went blind.
So I heard something about
Right.
that.
One day we come home and my mother's crying. We're like, Mom, what happened?
It's a movie.
Madonna, it's chicata. I'm like, oh. She's like, Esmeralda. Like, Ma, it's fake. She's acting. And she's like, how could it be? It's battuta vicino muro. I'm like,
my
she's
God.
acting,
Unbelievable.
But it was a different time back then, too.
It was.
My grandmother, her thing was Days of Our Lives. She didn't watch the Spanish
really?
stuff. No, it was always Days of Our Lives.
Wow.
I'm sitting there and I still remember it like Sands in the Hourglass. Because we used to go there and she used to watch us. Holy shit, if I could remember half the stories,
And the
everybody's
music, right?
fucking somebody. There's 3 kids, and 2 of the twins does not belong to that one. It's like, how do you watch this shit?
And you know what? Now I watch novellas. I swear to God, I watch novellas.
If you shut the TV off when I was young, you know how things used to be burnt into the screen?
Yeah.
So you have Telemundo to the left and Rai International to the right.
Oh yeah,
Burnt into the
the
screen.
watermarks.
That's all that was always on.
My God, that's funny.
unbelievable, man.
That's very funny, but
So I wanted to admit something to you. I think I mentioned to you once. I feel like I owe you a thank you because I would never have gotten into this, I think, if it wasn't for you. And the reason why I say that is the time I went viral for the first time was about 3 or 4 years ago. And I was just going to these local vendors events that she was a part of, my wife was a part of. That's how I met Erma. And that's when I discovered that she was also on social media. And then I showed her once outside. I'm like, look, this thing is blowing up. I think I just hit like 15,000 followers or something. And she goes to me, yeah, do something for it. Go for it. And I did. And I just felt like that was like my little boost on let's give this a voice. And that's how we started upstairs. So I just wanted to thank you for
I
that.
appreciate that. That means a lot to me. But for everybody, if you got something good, run with it. What could happen? It doesn't turn out good? All right, goodbye and good luck.
Have a good time.
The
That's
thing
it.
with that, a lot of people don't want to look dumb. It's all about how do I look? I don't want to look like an idiot. Guess what? Too fucking late, guy.
You're an idiot because you don't do it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. You don't know what's gonna happen. What is it? You lose 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's right. That's right. And you took it, and you're a success. Italian Sicilians do it better. Imagine that.
I can't believe she just said that.
And she said it in that. You got to clip that, and we're gonna.
No, but did you see how I said it? You weren't looking at me. I was reading the sign because I just couldn't say it.
Just
No,
cut where's the
it's a
Sicilians do
joke.
it better. Right there. That's the soundbite.
Don't worry, you'll see in the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Napolitan. She don't like the Sicilians.
Oh
Why?
my god.
What do we have to look up to next? Like, what do you can you say anything you're working on or something we could look forward to?
I am gonna be doing some different type of love doctors.
Okay.
So it's not gonna be your. I'm gonna be doing regular bachelor, bachelorette, but I'm gonna be going a little different. Which we're not ready yet to put it out there. But I'm sure if you use your imagination, you could think of quite a few things.
It's all dirty, but sure.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Love Dot, the Naked and Afraid edition.
Right. And we're gonna be looking for sponsors. Hint, hint, guys, whoever's watching. So I think this could be something big.
Cool.
If I have the right people behind me. Because
And you
honestly,
do. You definitely do.
I did everything by myself. I didn't realize how much work was into
Extensive.
it.
Yeah.
Like I had to put my whole life on hold.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So keep looking. We're gonna have good things happen. I have a lot of good people behind me. That's really it.
Well, you have the Sicilian support. So if there's anything we
always.
could do to help,
Thank you. I appreciate that. As much as I bash you, you know I love you guys.
Tell me if I'm doing something wrong here. Once in a while, I get these WhatsApp messages from girls. Should I not give them my social security number? I did it 3 times, and it's not.
no.
Really
Now
working.
that
Now
now
you
that
give him the bank. Give him the bank account too. Right?
okay.
Right, Frank. What do you think?
Checking
You
or
give
the savings?
so now that we have Irma here, I would like to ask her a question about Marcus.
What?
He seems that. How can we help him get a girl?
We can help him. How old are you?
34.
Don't worry.
There you go.
And you cook. You're 34. You're young. You're
Yeah.
in your prime, and you cook. Do you have a job?
Yeah.
What do you do?
He's a stripper.
Stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah, I don't like sharing.
You got a
out what I
pension
do.
plan? I may keep you from
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, I do actually. I just got vested.
Very good. Believe me, there's not many guys like that in this world, you know? But I shouldn't really say that. I take that back. There are a lot of good guys, but they've been fucked over so many times that
Rejection's a bitch.
yeah, they like just the way a girl pulls back, a guy pulls back. You know, just because you're a guy, that doesn't mean that you don't have feelings.
You're right.
You know, I feel, you know, because I get a lot of people message me, a lot of men message me.
Yeah, but I know who I blame for that, and you said it earlier. It's the internet, right?
Yeah.
Like the good times back then was you went out, you met someone, and you had a great night that night.
Can't do that anymore.
Now it's social media. You don't even know if you're talking to a 90-year-old person.
Exactly.
You don't know.
Right. And
Exactly.
then everybody has pepper spray now, and it hurts.
But what about that? You see that they like, oh, I'm engaged. You're engaged. You talked to the guy online for 3 years. You never met him. How the fuck are you engaged?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's got to be something wrong with you. And I talk a lot about scammers. Guys, listen. You have to be very careful. I know you're joking and what you're
Yeah.
saying, right? A lady that I know, she's a principal, and her friend, obviously, was a well-educated woman.
Oh, no.
also.
She did it, didn't she?
Loneliness will kill you, bro.
$70,000.
God damn.
The guy, and he did it in $10,000 increments. So she did it 7 times.
Why, though? Why would you give someone so much money?
Because they either believe the story
Yeah.
or they're lonely, and they're like, people, remember this. Not everybody has your heart. So just because you wouldn't do something, that doesn't mean somebody else wouldn't do it. Like, you would never do something like that, but there's a lot of evil out there. And he said, I'm coming to see you. I'm at the airport in his country. I can't get through. I need some money. They're saying that whatever the story was, she sends a $10,000 and he didn't come. And you do it once. And you know, now come on now.
Yeah, I just.
You know what it is, too?
I feel like the big red flag is as soon as someone says anything about money and you barely know each other.
Do you want to know something? So I was talking to somebody. Obviously, I was getting
As soon as she
scammed.
asked you for gift cards, I told
That
you.
was it. I fucking shredded
Right.
the whole thing up. Not
Right.
because you just. I saw it myself. I was upset that it even happened because I thought things were going great, and they were. Yo, they make you feel real fucking good, and which is fine because I don't have that.
But
in my
here's the
life.
weird thing. She was also FaceTiming him.
Yeah,
We
I
saw
saw her, and that was the crazy part.
But you don't know if it was her.
Right.
Could have been.
Well, the pictures match the
friend.
face, but the thing is, it's not even right. I know what you're saying.
It could have
could've
been her
somebody
friend,
else.
you
But
know?
the whole point is, the minute that came up, that's it. Deleted.
Well,
blocked,
that's what
the whole
they-
9. And it's there. And I see the grab where someone's sad enough or lonely enough where they're like, "That's all I need. I'll do it." And they got you.
And that's how they get caught, because they're lonely.
Yeah.
And they're, I don't know. Are you inexperienced? I don't know if that's an excuse. I don't know, but you hear it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was talking to this guy once, and, you know, nothing happened, but we were friendly. We said, okay, we'll be friends. He was telling me, this is a true story. I mean, I don't know. He told me this. He meets a girl, whatever. They go out to dinner, and she's like hammered. And he's like, listen, I think it's time for you to go home. And she's like, oh, could you take me? And he said, okay. And again, you may not want to air this, but they got to the house, and she said,
She didn't remember nothing.
No. She said, you have two choices. Either we do it in the car or in the garage. My husband's home.
Holy shit.
Garage.
He actually said car, but
You didn't even hesitate.
you know, but
You take all the opportunities that come
Once you said
around.
garage, you really stand.
but listen, you know what? You just put that guy's life in danger.
Right.
Right.
You know, you don't know that man. He's coming out with a gun or something. You know, that's horrible to do something like that. That's why I know the FaceTime. I don't trust the FaceTime either.
Right.
You know?
Especially with AI today.
Well, this was
Holy
a few years
moly.
ago, so it's not like it was anything. But it was just fucked up.
Yeah, and once they ask for that gift card, you know, sometimes I go along because I want to do like the whole skit, and I put it on
So you just
social
keep
media.
biting at it, yeah. Just for,
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's like, "Why are you wasting your time?" I'm like, "What time am I? I'm just texting. What the fuck gives a shit?"
Yeah, this guy, you're like the sunshine of my life. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I'm like, me, sunshine? You know, like, I'm not even answering you or whatever.
This guy don't know me.
Yeah, it's true. But you got to be careful. But we're going to find you somebody.
All right,
You'll be on the next show. You'll be a contestant.
no problem. We'll see how it goes.
I do have some influencers who are going to be contestants.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You know, they already filled out the application, so we're going to work on that.
Come on, we gotta find you a girl or guy, whatever you prefer.
At
Whatever
this
you-
point, whoever comes first, there's the line.
We're not prejudiced. We love everybody. We love everybody. As a matter of fact, a girl at a bar, she's like, "Oh my God, I love you. You do the Love Doctor." She's, "Are you gonna be doing anything for the gays?" I said, "Yes." I said, "This is just my first one, you know." So I did what I know, you know. So we don't hate. We want everybody to find love. That's really it.
No, I think you're onto something great. I mean, I would hope to see this on TV someday. Like I think it's a fun thing to look at.
Yeah, absolutely.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Irma's
Frank.
love show Too Hot for TV. Huh?
There you go.
Remember this?
Before you find love with someone else, you have to love yourself.
Yeah, no, I would never say something like that. I'd be like, he don't love you. Put your big girl panties on. Deal with it. You know, and I think that's why people like me, because I speak the truth.
Yeah, and that's honestly that's what makes the entertainment for you.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I want to see what Irma says next. Like that's what it is.
We have to entertain the circus, Irma. That's what we've
Yeah,
been doing.
I like that. What Erma says next. You never know.
When it comes to food, right? Like today you brought me beautiful pastries from Biagio,
Yes.
and you I know Napolitan stuff. What kind of food do you enjoy? Like what is to get to know Irma more on a dinner set? Like what do you go for?
Oh my God, I'm so like plain. It's not even
No,
funny.
don't say that. Come
No,
on.
I am. Wait. So TikTok, they show these noodles, these Oriental noodles,
Okay.
and like they have 3 sauces, like a hot chili. This time, I'm like, wow, they look so good. I'm like obsessed with them.
Really?
So I make a pack. I eat some for lunch and some for dinner, or some for dinner. And then I'll put like a piece of chicken with it or something. I do a lot of prepping, because I just, you know, I'm lazy.
Nah,
You know, I don't want to come home at night, or you
Are
know,
you more like of a sandwich person? Like you want a chicken palm type or pasta?
nah. I don't. First of all, I don't like anything Parmesan. I get eggplant just with sauce. You know, once I ordered Andrews. It was in Middle Village. I was like, oh, could I have a dish of eggplant parm with salad without the mozzarella? So he goes, so basically you just want eggplant and sauce? I was like, yes, sir. That's all I want. I love Italian food, obviously. Who doesn't?
Right.
It's amazing.
You know, eggplant, chicken cutlet. I like pasta once in a while. I'm not like a big everyday type of pasta. I like old school chicken and potatoes, you know, in the oven, you know, something like that. That brings me back to my mother. You know, she used to do short ribs and potatoes. My sister-in-law cooks like that. Both my sister-in-laws, my sister. You know, my sister will make a pot of sauce with spaghetti. Spare ribs, beef, sausage, skin. I love skin.
Does that make it gravy at that point?
It does. It does. Listen,
We got 2 gravy people in the house today. Jesus
I
fuck.
think it's just whatever mood the moment it is. Sometimes I'll say, "Can I have more sauce?" Or sometimes I'll be like, "Is there any more gravy?"
It all depends on how it hits you at the moment.
Right,
How
exactly,
it strikes me.
exactly. You know, I like Spanish food.
Oh, I love that.
Spanish. I got
Yeah.
a Dominican spot right down my block in Yonkers.
Really?
Oh, and I'm in a very dense Dominican area in where I live. This spot has been my saving grace on days that I don't know what I want.
Really?
Dude, their mofongo is out of this
Wow.
world.
I lived with a Puerto Rican for 9 years. I don't know if he's ever going to see this, but his mother was an amazing cook. She taught me how to cook Spanish food.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I could do I do things that I like. Like I don't like that rice and pigeon peas.
Right.
Gandulas, I'm not that, but you know, I can make like nice white rice with any type of bean. You know, I put the calabaza, I put the ham. You know, I know I've really had to dock it up.
You got the the aluminum pot for the
course I
rice.
do.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of people don't use that.
Of course I
Comes
do.
out crunchy.
You know, so I like to make that because it's different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my nephews, they love the way I make the chicken cutlets like that because you season it different.
Chicken cutlets, that's like the golden recipe of a...
Yeah, but the Spanish version chicken cutlets.
Right.
Wait, what's the difference?
You put sazon.
More seasoning, trust
you
me.
put sazon on
Sazon,
everything.
yo, sazon, adobo, I do the whole
Yeah.
On a
night.
cutlet?
Bro, I make my chicken soup. I clean the whole chicken, meaning take the skin off everything. I let it sit and marinate in olive oil with sazon and adobo overnight.
And regular unleaded?
Bro, yeah, regular unleaded. I put it in. The taste that the broth, it's not like a regular when you see people just boiling chicken, dude. It's the taste, the flavor is right there, bro.
So when you do your cooking show, you should be showing things like that.
I do.
Not just Italian stuff.
Yeah, then that's what I do. I made mac and cheese. I did a baked chicken in the Dutch oven because Dutch oven is God's gift. And you know,
I feel that way about the air fryer.
I love
you
the
know
air
what?
fryer.
The air fryer is good, but you got to be real careful with what you're putting in there. You know what I mean? Like I did salmon the other day. First time I put it in the air fryer, I normally either bake it or I sear it on the pan. But the other day, it actually came out. I was like, all right, I'll do this again. But I wasn't a big air fryer kind of guy. I was never one to do one.
So really, I'm very plain. Like it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go to a French restaurant, or I'm not a sushi fan. I don't like the California rolls.
Really?
Yeah, when my niece sometimes she'll
Only
go, oh,
fish.
we're going to sushi. I'm like, that as a you order and make sure you don't give me no eel. You know, she's like,
Oh
no,
my
don't
God,
worry,
the
I'll
eel's
get.
so
Don't
good.
worry, I know what to get you. You know, cooked or whatever. I don't eat Indian food.
Me neither.
You know, I'm very plain.
Chicken tikka? You don't eat that?
No,
Come on, man.
I mean, I'm happy with going to Good Eats, and it's a diner, and they
I know
have
Good Eats.
Thanksgiving on a roll. Yo, it's
Thanksgiving on a roll. That sounds good.
crazy.
Just the name of it.
You know?
I haven't been to Good Eats in forever.
Yeah, I'm very like,
How about like simple, like pasta with garlic and oil?
yeah.
Right? That's
Yeah.
like that hits.
I always have to put red pepper in it. Just give it a
Yeah, I
little
love
kick
hot.
with a lot of pecorino romano cheese, like enough to make you vomit,
Yeah.
like that much.
I'm
Oh,
a
so
I'm a
good.
hot pepper person.
I'm not, but in the right spots
Oh
though.
my god, I fry regular peppers and I put the Italian hots with it. I mix
Me too.
everything.
Love it.
Oh, you
I
do?
just
Love it.
everything hot.
You know what my father used to do? Now that you said the Italian hots, the long green pepper, my dad used to just cut them in half. Just the good olive oil from Italy that we would bring over, just that, and you have it frying it. And yo, a little bit of salt with the bread, just dip it with the oil.
I know.
It was insane. I'm starting to taste it.
I know.
again.
You know something? My mother's gone over 30 years. Her cousin comes from Argentina. G. Domenic or whatever his name was. So, you know, he stood in the house with us, and the next morning I wake up, and on the window, you know, have the curtain, the rod, it's like a big thing of these peppers, these dried. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, oh, they're hot peppers. And he like put 3 of them on his dish. I was like,
He ate 'em.
he's got to be on fire. But he brought his peppers from Argentina.
Were they the small ones like this?
They were round.
Oh,
they were round.
Oh, like
but they were
Scotch bonnets? They look
May-
like Scotch bonnets, like the round ones?
But they were like dry.
Yeah, they dry them out.
Yeah.
That happened. So when I was when I was in Italy, when I was like 13 years old, I still remember this. There was they used to remember how they put them on the wall and they would dry them out. They were little peppers like this. Don't touch them. All right, no worries. So me and my brother playing around, whatever, and it was in those little shacks, the little houses where they bake the bread. So I'm touching them, whatever, playing around, we're hitting each other with them, fucking.
You tasted it.
Nope. I went to go scratch my eyes. My brother was so worried. He grabbed me, and you know where the horses drink? He dunked my head in there to cool my eyes out. And they were like that. An hour later, my father comes by. My eyes are like this. And he was like, "You touched the peppers, didn't you?" I'm like, "Nope. That wasn't me. I didn't touch them."
Wow.
Actually, that's funny how your father thought it was just that. My grandma, my other, she was a drogado.
Yeah, right. Drogado, pie. It's true, but I do like hot.
I love spicy. Spicy's my thing. There was at one point I had. Have you ever had Hennessy mango hot sauce?
I think I heard.
Hennessy makes it?
know.
No, someone made the mix, so it on steak was phenomenal. It
Okay.
tastes like the drink Hennessy
Yeah, cognac with mango.
with mango twist to it, and then the kick.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it was the best.
I don't think I ever heard of it or had it, but it does
It
sound
sounds good
really,
on
really
wings.
good.
That actually would sound good with wings, though. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I like them. Now they make that. Actually bought it in Mario's the first time. That Calabria hot pepper. It's like a
got
spread.
it.
Peppers,
Yeah, the spread.
Had it. Yeah.
Put that in a sandwich, dude.
Yeah, I go there and I buy it. It's really good. But I put that in everything. And no matter what, I just take a spoonful and I put it in there.
That's my mayo.
You know? Yeah, so I do like hot and but very plain, Frank, very plain.
Very simple, very nice.
Yeah. I don't eat hot ricotta.
Me neither.
My mother used to make lasagna with bechamel sauce.
Okay.
Not for me.
Okay? That back in the day was poor man's lasagna.
Of course, yeah.
So that's what we grew up on, right? So now I see they make. I'm like, "Ugh, I don't like ricotta like that. Like to me, it's like nasty.
Yeah.
So my sister-in-law makes it. My sister, my others, they all make it. You know, and my nephews too. They love it. You know, because my brother loved it. My brother that passed away. He was like, Lee, make some lasagna the way my mother used to make it. You know, and like I said, my nephews love it. And Joe sells the little bechamel container. You know, sometimes I buy it. I make.
Memories.
Yeah.
But is it good? Like from what they sell, like it tastes like as if you were to make it from home, or is it close as possible?
I guess.
Because it's just flour and milk, really. Flour, milk, and butter. That's basically
You know
it is.
what? Oh my God. So my mother used to put canned peas. Right? She used to make a
Okay.
meat sauce, canned peas. And the first time my sister-in-law made it, I'm like, you didn't put the right peas. She's like, why? I said, those are frozen peas. It's different. It tastes different. They're too green. She's like, oh my God.
So when you make a bolognese, you put peas.
Not a bolognese. A bechamel sauce.
The bechamel sauce.
No, my mother used to just make lasagna with meat, and she used to put peas
Like
in
just
it.
ground beef with the
Yeah,
sauce
like a
to
meat
make it
sauce,
like meat
and I don't know.
sauce.
She
Yeah.
used to put
I don't know what it is. Like I
canned
like ricotta. Actually my father-in-law loves it. Pasta with just ricotta.
Yeah.
But I can't eat it hot.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it comes out because when it's hot and you have like let's say a little bit of the pasta water and it's like elongated, it acts like a cream sauce. It's not like thick and heavy like you would have it in like lasagna. So my grandfather, he used to get the ricotta, put it in with the spaghetti, and I told you this once before. He used to put sugar in it too, and that was his sauce. And then when you put it on the plate, he then put the pecorino romano on it. So I'm sitting there and I still remember that. Like, I don't know a lot of people who still do that. But then you would have, my step grandmother at the time, she would also take the ricotta and put she would put parsley in it. She would put a little bit of cheese in it. She would put, salt, pepper, like do it up. Don't just do regular.
No, they wouldn't just do regular. They would dock it up.
And then he would actually end up mixing in like maybe a spoonful or 2 spoonfuls of sugar, and just mixed it all up. And
Wow.
and you have that creamy, sugary taste. But for some reason, when you put that cheese on it with that salty,
makes it salty.
It's something.
Yeah.
It was. I haven't had it like that in forever.
Yeah, I don't like you, Frank. I'm not big on the hot ricotta, like manicotti, shells.
No.
Just give me a plate of ziti.
I like my ricotta in my cannoli, nice and cold with the chocolate chips on them. That's how I eat my ricotta.
Exactly.
So before we go, I had an idea. I wrote down some questions since you're in the dating field of hosting shows.
Okay.
I wanted to ask both you guys some flirting dating questions and see how you would answer them. You ready?
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, we'll start with Irma. If you were a pizza topping, What would you be, and why? And why should I pick you as my slice? TikTok.
I definitely would be like the jalapeno, the hot,
Ooh,
because you would be on fire with me.
that's so sick answer. Marcus,
Yo.
describe your first date using only an emoji. Go.
That's a good one.
And don't give me that fucking eggplant thing.
I don't lie, all right?
That's funny.
I don't
That's
fucking
funny.
lie. Wow. Definitely one of these.
Or one of these.
Irma, you meet my nonna and she hates you. What's your game plan on winning her over?
I don't know, Frank. We would have a problem. We definitely, because if Nona hated me, I hate Nona too.
Wow.
That's it. If I tried and she didn't like me and I knew I was a good person,
Fanculo puro tu.
that's what we would have a problem.
If I was a candle scent, what would I smell like?
Blueberries.
I need a shower after this, babe. Last one. You just won a lifetime supply of me. What would your first reaction be?
Is Enza gonna get mad? I'd be like, damn, look at that chub rock. He's all mine. He's a chub rock, man.
There you go.
That's all I got,
man,
Irma.
that's
I just
funny.
want to, again, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Can you let everyone know where they could find you? If anything you want to tell them, I encourage everyone to follow her. She's very entertaining, great things to come. She has a great group of people supporting her. Irma, tell them where they can find you.
Thank you. First of all, thank you guys for having me. You made me feel at home. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok. I don't know about the TikTok. You know, TikTok don't like me for some reason.
Don't like me either.
Yeah,
Those Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. They don't like us. Just Erma Camporese. Hopefully, I'll be able to change it soon. The Love Doctor, but it's just my name. That's it.
Sounds good.
And thank you again for having me.
Thank
thanks
you.
for coming.
There you have it, everybody. Irma, follow her. I'll see you guys soon. The Love Doctor.
Thank you.